on-the-go tote bag is easily one of the best styles of bags from Louis Vuitton. But which size should you go for? The PM size or the MM size? Don't make an expensive mistake by watching today's video and finding out which size of on-the-go is going to be the most perfect for you. The on-the-go from Louis Vuitton then. This is easily my favourite tote bag from the brand. I love the structure. I like the on-the-go more than I like the Neverfull, like 100%. I have done comparison videos, as well as in today's video we'll be looking at the PM and the MM size, the smaller sizes of the on-the-go. If you decide to go for a bigger size and you are debating the GM, I have done an MM and GM comparison. I will link it up here for you and down below in the description box. As we know, Louis Vuitton bags are big investments, big financial investments, and we want to get to the right size sooner rather than later. Otherwise, you could make a very costly mistake. So I'm hoping by the end of today's video, you will know the perfect size on the go for you. We'll be covering pros and cons that I have found with these sizes, what fits inside, outfit styling, prices, and more. So we can get you to your dream on the go bag. If you would like to see me styling my on-the-go bags, make sure you join me over on Instagram. My handle is at handbag_holic. Okay, so let's start this video off with a side-by-side comparison. I will be going over, because obviously this is a limited edition version of the on-the-go, I'll be going over prices and measurements in a second, but just to see them next to each other so that you can see the size. So the PM is quite a lot smaller than the MM bag. This is a lot deeper and a lot wider. So just put that in front of the MM there. Let me show you the bottom of the bag. So you can see we've got a good few extra inches on the MM here. And then sides of the bags. So you can kind of see the difference in size there. I mean, in terms of like width, both have quite a good width to them, but they both feature the giant monogram on the front, and then on the sides of the bag you have the smaller monogram there, and the giant monogram just runs onto the bottom. The handles are slightly bigger on the MM, so if you've got a bigger coat on, you have a bit more space in there to get your hand. The PM, here we go, you can see like there's less room in the handles. And then another main difference between these two bags are the straps. Now with the on-the-go PM, the smaller one, you get even if you go for a leather version, you get a shoulder strap / cross body strap. So you can wear it on your shoulder or you can cross body it. Personally, that is one of like the best features I think of the PM bag, is the crossbody strap, but that is because I love a crossbody bag. If you like a crossbody bag, that is definitely worth bearing in mind. And then with the MM bag, you don't get a crossbody strap. It doesn't have anything that you could, well, you could technically hook maybe a longer strap on if you wanted to, but instead you actually get a set of handles, so you can use the bag as a shoulder bag like so. Currently these are not detachable, they are just inside of the bag there, which does mean you have to put them inside of the bag like that. I have a liner inside of here. I highly recommend a liner. I will pop a link up here and down below to some of the best liners, because they're just going to help protect the lining of your bag. But yeah, here we go, the straps are just kind of inside of the bag, which can, I wouldn't say it's like super frustrating. I actually tend to put them like down the side of the liner so they stay out of the way, like so. And then they are definitely a lot less frustrating and are not getting caught so much on the stuff that is inside of your bag. But that is definitely one of the most important things to note about this bag. This is a top handle and shoulder bag. This is a top handle, shoulder bag, and also cross body bag. And depending on which strap you get with your PM on the go, so this is the canvasy strap, which you can adjust quite a lot, which is great. But with the leather version, I think you can adjust the strap, but maybe not quite as much as you can with this canvas strap. Prices of the on-the-go bag. Let's start with the smallest size, the PM. Now currently you can only get this in Empron leather, and also some tri-colours. This is the first time I have seen the on-the-go PM in a canvas. This is a limited edition canvas. I'll share the price in a second. Slightly more expensive than the leather option. So the leather option, like all black leather PM, £2,250. This was from the 2022 Spring in the City collection. This was £2,350, so £100 more expensive than the black version of the bag. The currently retails in the UK, the canvas version of the bag. Canvas is cheaper generally than leather, at £2,160. This bag has had some major price increases over the last few years. I remember when this came out, I think it's retailed at £1,640 originally, and now that has definitely gone up a whole lot. The leather version of the size retails at £2,440. Now for some quick measurements, and then we will go through what fits inside. So the PM bag, the smallest of the On-The-Go family. I'm going to do this in inches. So we have 9.8 inches across, 7.5 inches in height, and 4.5 inches in width. And the is 13.8 inches across, 10.6 inches in height, and 5.5 inches in width, so an inch extra in the width there. Now let's take a look at what fits inside. We'll start with the PM size, so the smallest size here. I'll just move this out of the way. You've got 2 pockets on the back, and you've also got a zipper pocket as well on the other side. This is quite a nice size zipper pocket. So here is my iPhone. This is a normal size iPhone. It will fit in the zipper pocket. If you have a plus size iPhone, you'll need to put it into the bag, but that will fit easily. Here is a full size Louis Vuitton Capucine purse. It does fit. You can put it on its side once it's in the bag. Personally, I wouldn't use a full size purse in this bag. A bit too big, but it does fit inside of there. I would use a small zippy coin purse like this one. So here I've got my phone, zippy coin purse, Louis Vuitton sunglasses in their little dust bag, a small book as well. We've still got quite a bit of room here. It doesn't feel like the bag is particularly jammed full of stuff here. Just to show you, this is an iPad Air, the normal size, not the mini. It doesn't really fit. You can fit it in portrait ways, but it does stick out the top like this. So if you need to carry an iPad, this bag is not the best one for it. Lipstick, small perfume here. These fit quite nicely into the back slide pockets across the back of the bag. You know, we've got all our essentials in here. You could easily get some keys in here as well. I would also strongly recommend getting a bag liner for your beautiful On-The-Go bags. This one, especially because it has like a lilac lining, quite a light coloured lining. This liner is from Handbagholic. I will pop a link down below in the description box so you can go and purchase them. This one is in Whisper Pink, which I thought was really fun, and they've also done some embroidery on the inside pocket. This gives you extra pockets, extra space to put your stuff, but also the knowledge that if anything spills or you get any dirt inside the bag, it's not going to ruin your bag. It will in fact go on the liner. Okay, now let's take a look at what fits inside the bag. So let's just move these straps out the way. Already got a red liner in here. I believe this one is called Red Cherry, again from Handbagholic. So we'll start with the full size Capucine purse. That goes in no problem. The iPad to demonstrate, again, absolutely no problem. You can just see the difference here in the size of bag. This is a completely different size. A small book. Absolutely loads of room. We've got nothing in any of the other pockets yet. This is the small zippy coin purse. This is full size purse and zippy coin purse. Sunglasses here. iPhone. You can get any size phone inside this bag. It is not a problem. I'm going to use one of the pockets on the liner to store this one. We've got my lipstick and small perfume here. Again, I'm going to use one of the small pockets on the liner. It just makes it easier to grab stuff so it's not, just flailing around all over the bottom of the bag. So much room left in here. Now that we know what fits inside, I have tried both of these bags on with a few different outfits to give you some inspiration on what they look like and how you might style them.
I was lost, just a shadow of myself. When you found me, I was lonely, yeah. But then you took my hand and said, it's gonna be alright. I'm here for you tonight.
pros and cons that I have found with both of these bags. I'll start with the PM. I really love this bag. I think it's super cute, and one of the biggest pros across the whole On-The-Go family is how structured this bag is. So compared to the Louis Vuitton Neverfull, which you see absolutely everywhere these days, it doesn't have as much structure as the On-The-Go. Now, it does mean you can fit more in the Neverfull, but I just prefer the way that these look. And with the smaller sizes, so the PM specifically, it holds its shape really well. I have seen some very well used GM sizes which slowly kind of over time start to sag. I find this with any big bag as they are put through their paces. The smaller the bag, generally, like, the tighter they are, if that makes sense, and like the less room for like sagging and movement of the bag. So a good pro for the smaller size is going to keep its shape better for longer. The biggest pro for me though, easily, is the fact that you actually get a crossbody strap with this bag. Even if you get the leather version, it is a different strap, but you do get to crossbody it. I love a crossbody bag. When I'm out shopping, like phone inside, my card holder, a bottle of water as well, a small bottle of water will fit inside of here. That is why I like a tote bag. You know, you aren't kind of limited because it is an open bag. It's absolutely perfect for that occasion. So the fact you can use it as a top handle bag, as a crossbody bag, or as a shoulder bag if you want to, it means that you've got that extra variation on the smaller size that you don't get on the MM. The main negative that I can see about this size is that actually when you start to get to your smaller size tote bags, I find, I had a Saint Laurent Sac de Jour Nano, which was so cute, but because they are open, I get a little bit concerned about security, and if you have got quite a few items inside of your bag, they will start to, you know, kind of overflow out of the bag. So you need to make sure, I think, with the PM size, that you don't pack it with too many things, because if you put it down or it tips over, stuff will fall out. Now, you can get liners with zips across. Again, I will pop a link up here and down below to my favorite bag liners. This is going to make your items so much more secure inside of your bag. I think they are just completely essential, especially when you've got an open tote bag like this. Now, you can clip it closed. It has got a clip, and that helps to, you know, stop big items falling out of the bag. I do like that feature. Personally, I don't use it a whole lot. I kind of use it in storage just to keep the bag and its shape looking a bit better. But yeah, that's the only real con that I can see with the PM size. Pros and cons with the MM. Being a bigger bag, like I've just said, some of these can start to sag over time. The GM suffers from this the most, and not so much the MM. As you can see, mine, I haven't used it as a workhorse, I will say that. I do not use this bag every single day. I have used it a few times, but not massively. You can see that the shape is still absolutely perfect. But yeah, any bag that you absolutely hammer will over time lose its shape. So that is a negative. The other negative is that you've only got the option of the shoulder straps or the top handle straps. And as I mentioned earlier, these do get in the way in your bag. So I have a liner, I took them down the sides of the liner, so you can see there, and then they stay out the way. If not, they are just kind of flailing around in your bag, and it might be that you want to get the straps out and you've got an item on top of the strap, and as you go to grab the strap and pull it out, it kind of launches anything out of the bag that's on top of the strap. So you do have to be careful. If you are in a rush, these aren't the best designs sometimes. It would be really great to see as well, because this is a bigger bag. If you are carrying it for a long period of time, carrying something on your shoulder or top handle, it just puts so much weight on one side of your body, I find. It would be great to see if there was some, like what they've done with the On-The-Go, just putting some super simple, the PM size, putting some super simple hooks on the inside of the bag so that you can crossbody it. They haven't done that with the MM, and I just think for the sake of some tiny little hooks on the side of the bag, this could be so much more versatile. It could be top handle, shoulder, and crossbody if you want it to be. So yeah, I mean, I guess you could hook a strap onto these parts, the hardware there inside of the bag. You could hook something onto there, but it will like pull the straps up slightly, and it does, I find, kind of strangely deform the bag into a bit of a weird shape. So you have got that option, but yeah, that's the biggest downside to the MM size. It being a bigger bag, obviously it's heavier as well. The amazing pros with the bag, just how much fits inside. You can even get a laptop inside of this bag. It doesn't fit comfortably, but you can get a 13-inch laptop inside of here if you put it in diagonally. It gives you so much more, like looking at what fits inside, so much more variety. Like if you do think you need to carry some bulkier items, I would go for this one because it's bigger. Like you're less likely that stuff will fall out because the edges are a lot taller. If you put it down, I don't know. I just feel like this is definitely a better bag if you like to carry more with you. I promised at the start of the video that I would reveal my favorite out of these two sizes of the bag. I'm going to be completely honest, I don't have a favourite. It depends what you want to use the bag for. This bag in general is a favourite out of the Louis Vuitton range in general. So for a day where I am out shopping or I'm heading somewhere and all I need is my phone, my keys, my card holder or a small purse and maybe a small bottle of water, this bag is the PM size is the one that I would go for. It does still weigh quite a bit because these are quite structured bags, but obviously it's more lightweight and I love wearing it crossbody. That being said, if you want to carry bigger items, this is not going to be the one for you. Especially, I used to use this bag a lot when I was working in an office. I could carry my diary, my iPad, a large bottle of water if I want to, snacks, a big purse, a small purse, like whatever I feel like, my phone, my car keys. I would, again, highly recommend a liner because you get additional like slots and pockets. So I really liked that because I find larger tote bags, things can get lost in the abyss of the tote bag, okay? But with the liner in there, it just makes it so much easier. So I'll put my keys in here, my lipsticks and stuff like that in there, and it just makes it a lot easier to access things, and again put the straps down the side of the liner. So if you are looking for a bigger bag that might be suitable for work, I would 100% skip the PM size. Even though it's really cute, it's not going to be practical. If you want to carry iPad, diary, maybe even a laptop at times, go for the size. The overall is probably my favorite size, but just because I now work for myself and work from home a lot, I probably use the PM size more now, but that's because I've had a big lifestyle change. Let me know in the comments down below, which size are you gravitating towards, the PM or the I hope you have found this video useful. As mentioned, I have done a and GM comparison. If you've decided you want a bigger version of the bag, I will pop a link to that up here and down below. Make sure you join me over on Instagram to see the on-the-go bag styled. My handle is at handbag_holic. Now make sure you don't go anywhere because coming up next, I will link my latest video release here for you, and over here, 7 styles of bags that I love so much, I have bought them more than once. Enjoy.